Hello, my name is Tammy. I'm a fourth year student in the social work program at Algoma University in northeastern Ontario. Today we're going to be looking at feminist theory. But before we begin, I need to acknowledge the Robinson-Huron Treaty, and the land on which we are gathered is the traditional Anishinaabe nations. Okay, so when I'm looking at this picture, it's so not right. But anyways, it kind of made me chuckle because in the past, men would say women would faint or swoon if they didn't get their way. But the truth is, most women swooned or fainted because their corsets were too tight. Let's move on to the agenda. So we're going to look at a quick history of feminism, what feminist theory is. We're going to look at feminist perspectives, what a feminist looks like. It's a picture. It's a really good picture. Social feminism, radical feminism, two of many different perspectives. We're going to do a short video, Emma Watson on feminism, my thoughts, and our end slide. Okay, so just a quick history of feminism. The first wave happened between 1848 and 1920. It focused on organizing women to obtain the vote, the suffrage movement. The second wave from 1960 to 1980 focused on women's rights, equal pay, to challenge discriminatory practices, civil rights. The third wave between 1990 to present focuses on some of the failures of the second wave efforts, as well as issues of oppression, marginalization of culture, race, class, gender, sex, age, the LGBTQ, two-spirited, and mental illness, among other issues. Okay, so feminist perspectives. There are many feminist perspectives, but I'm going to give you a few here. There's liberal feminism, radical feminism, socialist feminism, lesbian feminism, cultural difference feminism, women of color feminism, indigenous feminism. I really like this picture because it's kind of androgynous. You don't know if this person's a man or a woman or a person of color or white for that matter. And that is what a feminist looks like. Okay, socialist feminism, also known as Marxist feminism. It focuses on how capitalism and patriarchy oppress women. It works against the commodification of women and girls' bodies, looks at how patriarchy acts to subordinate women or hold us down, back, the glass ceiling, where women can only get so far up, where men can get higher. Women hit the glass ceiling. It devalues the labor of women, less pay for equal or more work. It resists Western imperialism, and it focuses on women's relationships to the market, including unpaid work in the home, including childcare. Now, radical feminism, I found this image. the author is unknown, but it basically pretty much tells you what radical feminism is. It aims to challenge and overthrow patriarchy by opposing standard gender roles and oppression of women, and calls for a radical reordering of society. Okay, so now we're going to watch Emma Watson. It's about a 4-minute video. It's a good one.
People know you for He for She,
Yes.
the United Nations Solidarity Movement, bringing men into feminism. What's the latest with that program? What can you tell us about where that is and your involvement with it?
What I would really love to focus on is there's a lot of missing data in that we have about women and girls, and there's a lot of these gaps that I'd love to try and fill and get some more information on, because when you can show the data on something, it makes something visible, and it's very difficult to treat a problem that you just don't have.
Like what kind of problem?
Gosh, everything from sexual violence to FGM to literacy rates to everything, really. Often because we often don't measure a lot of things that happen within what we consider to be the private sphere. So this year, I really want to focus on statistics and information and data collection.
What do you think is like the primary blind spot that guys have about this movement, about feminism, about doing the right thing? Just what is that we're not seeing?
I think the word is really difficult because it seems to inherently suggest a preferential treatment of the feminine over the masculine because it has the feminine in the word. And I think that's a real oversight and a misunderstanding.
Rather than just basic fairness.
Rather than just gender, across, just gender equality across the board. This isn't girls are better than boys, boys are better than girls. This is just everyone deserves a fair chance at whatever it is. I think also because a lot of prejudice and certainly misogyny is so normalized, it's like it's right under people's noses. So when you raise it, there's kind of like we've dealt with that. Women got the vote ages ago. Like, this isn't a thing. And then when you start to kind of unravel it for people, they go, oh, I didn't think about that, or I didn't think about this. And if I were to say I was a feminist, it would be a personal attack on you as a man, as opposed to a patriarchal system or something much larger than an individual person. I think also men think that they can't be feminists. That's a big misunderstanding. Some of the best feminists I know are men.
Why do you think they can't? They feel they can't? Like that's not masculine if you're a feminist?
Yeah, that it's not masculine if you're feminist, that only women can be feminists because it's about, again, it comes back down to that misunderstanding of...
To the word, they have his feminine, so I can't be...
Yeah, so I can't touch that. I like to joke about the man box, which is like, you can only be a man if you fulfill these certain qualities and you stay within this square of like, you're in your man box and you're safe in the man box. And something about, for some men, about going near feminism is a step out of the man box.
Because they know it's just so fragile.
It is fragile. I know. It's going to fall apart.
They hold their bodies together.
Structure, definitely. And I really sense that. And also, no one likes to feel, they feel that there's blame attached to that word. And I think that's very difficult to deal with.
Okay, let's go to my thoughts. So my thoughts about whether social workers are feminists. I believe social workers are feminists, but what kind of feminists? Feminism they practice is private. There are many perspectives on feminism and feminist theory. Some I did not mention in this presentation include postmodern feminism, global feminism, and ecofeminism. Additionally, we have standpoint theory and relational culture theory, among other theories. The personal is political. As a student social worker, I believe feminism in social work advocates for change and social justice. Social workers fight for the rights of the marginalized, the poor, the homeless, those who suffer from violence, those who suffer from racism, and children in need. Social workers combat hate bred from fear. Social workers are about empowerment and empowering others. Historically, much has been done by feminists and feminism. But feminism is all about equality and equity and social justice for all. So, just going to move to my next slide. I want to thank everybody for listening. Again, my name is Tammy Stoneman. I'm a fourth year student at Algoma University doing my placement hours at For a Safer Space, FASS. I hope you like the presentation and have a great day.